The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Kiwi.
Right, well, happening this weekend, something called a lunar eclipse, or a partial lunar eclipse. You may not have been aware that this is even happening. Well, to tell us all about it, it's astronomy enthusiast Dylan Storey. G'day there, Dylan.
G'day, Wammo.
Of course, last time we were talking to you, we were talking about Matariki, which is now pretty much in full view about this time. There's a little bit of light outside now, but should be able to see Matariki.
Yeah,
about half an hour ago.
Yep, if in good viewing conditions, you'd see it. Yep, it gets easier as time goes on. So if you get up before the sun rises, you'll be able to see the Matariki cluster over there in the east.
But something tomorrow called a lunar eclipse. So explain what a lunar eclipse or a partial lunar eclipse is. Okay,
so a lunar eclipse is when the moon goes through the Earth's shadow and it partially blocks out the moon, so it darkens because the Earth's shadow goes over it. It can also turn a little bit red.
The blood red moon.
The blood red moon, yeah. Because this is only a partial eclipse, not a full. It's unknown how red it will actually go this time, but hopefully a little bit red.
Because this was it a full eclipse happened a couple of years ago? 2007
was the last one, yeah. Seen from New Zealand.
And I just caught it between clouds. That night, and it went very red.
Yeah, I was down at the observatory that night, and it was good. It was good weather, and nice red rusty colour.
Yeah. So how often does this happen?
Well, as a rough rule, you get somewhere on Earth you get an eclipse twice a year, a lunar eclipse that is. And they tend to go in groups of two, about 6 months apart. But because the lunar eclipse only lasts 2 or 3 hours, and the world takes 24 hours to turn around, that means that basically only one side of the world is going to see the eclipse at any one time. So it's our side of the world's turn.
Yeah.
So an even rougher rule is to say that any given side of the world is going to get 2 eclipses every 2 years.
Okay.
So we're going to get 2 this year.
When's the next one?
21st of December, which is going to be full.
Yeah, another full one?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
Yeah. They sort of... It's quite a complicated cycle of the way it happens, but yeah, they tend to go in groups of 2.
Yeah.
So you'll see one, then another one 6 months later.
Because there was that great story involving a lunar eclipse with Christopher Columbus, wasn't there?
Yeah, Christopher Columbus, what did he do? He tricked the natives into saying... I think he was trying to get them to bring him food or bring him something, and
yeah,
he they wouldn't comply, and he told them he'd make the gods block out the moon
because he knew that the lunar eclipse was coming.
Yeah, he'd calculated it,
and then it happened. Then the local people freaked out.
Yeah, oh my God, he made the moon go dark. Or was it a solar eclipse? I can't remember, but either way, they're pretty powerful.
I'm pretty sure it was a lunar eclipse, and everyone freaked out.
Yeah, as you would.
Gave him food.
Yeah. You'd give him anything, wouldn't you? You can make the moon go dark.
Yeah. Now get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what time tomorrow?
Well, Stardome is having viewing sessions, and that's happening basically from 10:30, but before that they're having shows. So there's shows on the half hour from 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30.
Yeah.
And the moon will be rising at about 10:30.
Is it full at the moment?
Well, it will be tomorrow, yeah, so it's practically full tonight. It'll be full tomorrow.
Here's a question. Does a moon need to be full for it to be partially or fully eclipsed?
That's a good question, and the answer is yes.
Right.
Yes, that's the whole idea, is that a full moon is a moon opposite the sun. So the sun's shining right across on it. You probably can't see my hand gestures there on radio, but you can on video. Yeah, when the moon is opposite the sun, you get a full moon.
Yeah.
And if that happens to go through the Earth's shadow, then you'll get an eclipse. And so the opposite happens, so a solar eclipse has to happen on a new moon.
Well, let's hope that the weather is good tomorrow.
Yeah,
for this as well.
It wasn't looking too good this morning.
Looking slightly dodgy in Auckland, but it might be other parts of the country might be good as well.
Yeah, the other thing with Auckland is that you just can't tell from hour to hour, really. It can clear up straight away.
Yeah. Which is what happened during the last full eclipse. It was a rainy old night, but the clouds just parted just in time to get a really good look at it.
Yeah. I mean, often for telescope viewing sessions, it's looking like no chance. Then all of a sudden, the clouds part and there's Saturn sitting there.
And it's with all its rings glory.
Yes, it's a great thing to view. So I mean, be able to see that from the telescopes at Stardome tomorrow night too.
Cool.
If it's clear, of course.
All right. Well, look out for the lunar or partial lunar eclipse.
And for more information, see stardome.org.nz.
Thanks very much, Dylan.
Thank you, Wammo.
Really appreciate you coming in and telling us all about it.